سوال میکنی من سوال کنم.
من سوال میکنم. I think you're live now. Hi everyone. I'm here with Azadeh Qadimi. Azadeh June is an engineer like myself, and we're so excited. It's Sunday. What day is it? It's January 9th. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it's already almost 1/3 of the month, and we have a live now with Azadeh. Azadeh, you know me from LinkedIn, right?
Right.
Is that
Yeah.
where, or the only place you saw my ad or advertisement, or you get to know me?
That was the first one. First, I would like to say hi to everybody, whoever
Yes.
is watching us now live in the Sunday afternoon. Thank you so much for your time. And yes, Neda, I actually saw your at first time. I think it was a live video or something, but it was a video that you were talking in the LinkedIn, and it grabbed my attention. It's like, what is she talking about? Because normally you don't see videos in LinkedIn, right? They're just
Yeah.
pictures. So that was
Yes.
something new, and I was like, it grabbed my attention. So let's see what this lady is talking about. And then after that, you sent me a message, and you told me that your job is very similar to your first job, and I was struggling with my job at that time very much. And I was really appreciative, like, wow, this lady with this such reputation sent me a private message that I was so, excited about. And then after that, the process went along, but it took me about 8 months to join this business.
Yeah. No,
And
that's fine.
yeah,
So
it
you were
took,
watching me probably in that 8 months, right?
yeah, and I was totally enjoying it. The effort that you've put. You would love to help people. So you were like a role model for me whenever you were talking. I was just, no matter what time in the day or night, I was just watching your lives, and I was really enjoying it. Yeah,
Thank you
thank you
so
so
much.
much.
I didn't know that. Well, thank you so much. I have been an engineer like you for over 20 years, and I have been working in different fields in oil and gas, in mining, in automotive. When I was in Iran, I was working for Iran Khodro for
Wow.
2 or 3 years. It was amazing. And then I left Iran for good. And so I have been working also in oil and gas. That is a very male dominated industry. There are not so many women in oil and gas, and now I'm working in construction. And again, construction is very male dominated. There are not a lot of women. And I'm Persian, you're Persian, so probably that's something that got your attention, right?
That's
Other
right.
than that, I'm just no one. I'm just an
You are
ordinary
not
person.
saying you are a role model. I can tell. You are.
Thank you
I'm
so much,
looking forward.
Azadejun. So tell me, you said you were very skeptical. Why were you so skeptical? If you knew it's
Well,
coming from someone like Nera, right? For whatever reason.
yeah, I watched the webinar, and it seems very appealing. It was like, wow, so many people around the world are talking about this business, and they're very successful. Like the amount of success that they have made me skeptical. Like,
Yeah.
how come the people can be so much um, successful? And it took me, because we are the kids of the parents who were, mine is like that. Like, they are all employees, and start their jobs like with little amount of money, and then it grows gradually.
Yes.
We're not used to that kind of dollar signs. So I was like, oh, is that even possible? And I keep watching it, keep watching it, keep watching it. No, that is something real. And yeah.
And you have
um,
seen me in action. You know what we're doing, right? We I had a Zoom. I don't know if you were there. You were there last night or 2 nights
yes,
ago
yes,
from
I was there.
9 p.m. I hosted a
Yeah,
Zoom for those of people who are watching from 9 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. And
that's right.
there were 91 people in that Zoom. And people from Australia, and they all stayed there the entire 3.5 hours listening to me and sharing what I learned and all my struggles in this journey and all my victories, and what to do in order to succeed better in the online world. Because you know that once you're now active on YouTube now, right? You see, also with making small changes, how your algorithm started like flying, right?
Wow, I was trying so hard, but I didn't know what is my issue. Like, I was following the steps that everywhere is, but with your fine touch, like, it was just small touch, but it changed the world. I got lots of happening.
It's algorithm, right? And I have made so many mistakes in the online world. And when people say, what is it that you're doing? All I'm saying is we're advertising. That's what we're doing.
Right.
We don't talk to anyone. We don't look for people. We don't look for customers. We're not looking to try to sell something to someone. All we're doing is advertising. There's thousands of people getting added to our international team on a weekly basis, almost 600 people a day, 600 people. And I'm so busy myself. There's at least 20 people in my team. There are so many people. I've got their phone because they are in the trial period. I still haven't had the chance to even message them because I'm trying to find them on YouTube because they're not on Facebook. Or maybe they have seen our advertising through different platforms, because we will teach people 6 platforms. That is LinkedIn, Pinterest, Google ads, YouTube ads, Facebook, and Instagram. So there's a lot of platforms, and people come from different platforms, different depending on which one they're comfortable with, right? So a lot of people are on YouTube but they're not on Facebook. There is a lot of people on Instagram who don't like Facebook. So and we're everywhere people are, and what we're doing is basically informing them about this opportunity. I was looking for something to do. I wasn't looking for an online business. I keep saying that to everyone. I wasn't looking for a business. I don't know. I was just looking for a way to make some money, and I wanted to make sure it's legitimate, and I wanted to make sure it's legal and it's ethical. I don't want to be scamming anyone into anything. I wanted to make sure that it pays good money. I didn't want to work 3 hours a day, 2 hours a day for $100 a month. I was, God knows, all I came for was $2,000 a month. That's what I came for, and that's what I got after month 3. It is hard work. Also, you have seen me working. It's a really hard work. Nothing is easy in the world. So I tell people, this isn't a get rich quick. This isn't something you come today and tomorrow you're gonna start making $10,000 a month. But you will wait. A lot of people get to that level within the first year. In a few months, they get there. In my job as an engineer, it will take me almost never to make that much money. With online businesses, you can. Why? Because YouTube is doing all the work for you. Facebook is doing all the work for you. All these social media, we pay them to do all the work for you, right? So it's your choice, right?
That's right. That's completely right.
And what have you learned so far, as an engineer? Because you are an engineer, you're very successful in your job. And I love engineers in my team because I came and I was an engineer. There's a lot of people came through me who are also engineers, and it's just a different feeling because we understand each other so well, and we're like, our messages are short, on the point, practical, boom, 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 boom. It's so easy for me to work with engineers. I love it because they are like me. We were very practical people, but what is it that you have learned so far? Because you are very successful in your day job as an engineer. But what this business has given you extra that you think it's a value for people who are listening to us?
Well, first of all, I would like to bring up my pain points, like why I chose this business. First of all, the main reason was since I came to Canada, I was struggling to find a job which is appropriate to my educations. So I was figuring out, like, after 9 months, I have to get into sales, even though I was a university teacher. But progressing in Canada, and life becomes better. I realized that you definitely need a plan B because life is not that easy when you're a single mother, right? So I figured that I have to, it was in my mind, maybe especially when I saw your ad in LinkedIn, that I need a plan B in my life. So that is the first reason, that I don't get stressed out. I don't get burnout when something happens in a job. You don't need to stick to the job that you are doing with the fear that if you lose your job, who's going to pay your mortgage? So that was the first.
Yeah.
And the second thing was because I'm reading a lot of reports, like what is going to happen in the next 10 years and all. I recall that a friend of mine sent me a report, which within that, digital marketing was one of the most lucrative jobs in the next 10 years. So I thought, like, okay, so you want to keep your job for the next 10 years. So you need to be in trend, right? So
Yeah.
you cannot just do something that 10 years later, there is no job for you. So you have
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
the trend.
Exactly.
So that was really important.
Yes.
So when I chose, these are the main 2 reasons. And when I joined this business, first of all, it gave me abundance in finding like-minded people.
Yeah.
this really adds a lot of value to my life. I can tell, like, when you are in the same streamlines of your life, that helps you to figure, you absorb the same frequency people, and then you can talk very easily with them. You understand each other. Like, most of the friends that I made, they're not even in Canada, they're not even in Toronto, but we are connected. We can solve each other's problem. We talk about daily lives, and that is fantastic.
That's fantastic. Yeah, you feel like you have a family, right?
That's right. A very supportive family indeed. That was the first thing. And second thing, because we are engineers, right? I love dealing with numbers and graphs. So when I do the digital marketing, those trends and what is it, optimization, you put some ads somewhere and then see whether that's the right place or no, you have to change it to another one. So I'm just, money is something that drives you, but what is the outcome is something very exciting. So oh, no, this situation, the case number 1 is not working. Okay, so shut it down. Case number 2, case number 3, and which one is the best? So that's something that I'm really looking forward to dig it more. As knowledgeable as you are, I cannot be there soon, but I'm trying my best.
Yeah, you have my knowledge.
It's so exciting for me. So that added the value, it's a feel of satisfaction, a fulfillment when you see something is working and you like it so much.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Important. That's amazing. I have another people in my team, and he's an engineer like you and I, and he just called me. He disappeared for a month or so, and I knew he had kids or he's about to have a kid, and I didn't want to bother him. And then he came back after a month. He's like, I got a promotion now. they increased my salary at least $40,000. I said, are you kidding me? Get out. He's like, yeah. And he said that my company was looking for someone who's an engineer who also can learn, who knows digital marketing. And I told him, I know it. And he said, like, his boss was asking me, how come you know these things? How did you learn these things? And he said, I've been doing an online business. I'm doing an online business. So he said, we have moved from a 1-bedroom apartment to a 2-bedroom apartment. And he got, promotion and stuff like that. So, except for the product that they have to pay and whatever it can be, depending on whatever. I just posted on our community group how much I made just from the bonuses. This is crazy. Like, it's just like free money. They're just giving me free money. I don't know why, but the company we're using, that's why we're using them, because they give you these free monies. If you work hard, they give you these free monies. And then I'm like, okay, so of course you have to pay for the product, and that's whatever you are comfortable with and whatever you use at home. But also, the cost of all your training is $149. It's a joke. You go and tell any university, I'm getting training on YouTube and in such details, and Facebook and Instagram and Google and LinkedIn and Pinterest, and they're going to build my funnel. They're going to install my tags. They're going to install my tracking conversions. They're going to install all those kind of things. I'm going to have my active campaign account. I'm going to have my GoDaddy account. And by the way, I'm paying $149. I mean, GoDaddy is a little bit extra. And they're going to say, are you kidding me? This is like a joke. So I don't know how we're doing it, but we're doing it. So anyway, it's that whole YouTube, the crash course that I held for you and for others, and I, updated your ads and stuff. Believe me, if you want to do it anywhere else, they would have charged us $100 an hour, because it's knowledge what how to change a campaign, how to manage ads, and how to run it effectively for any businesses. So as an engineer, even if you say you quit this business once in a million times, you're not going to quit, because the more you go forward, the more money you're going to make, the more you're going to be invested in this business, where you're like, this is amazing. After 9 months in my job, in this business, I started making more than my job after 9 months. I've been an engineer for 22 years. And then this business, after 9 months, I started making more than that. Of course, you have to pay taxes on it. It's completely legitimate and all that. And I checked with our engineering organization before I started this business. I wanted to make sure there isn't any conflict of interest. I wanted to make sure everything is legitimate. And they said everything is fine. And I have paperbooks and everything for that. But I'm like, you can work in whatever field you are working right now. and then you start your online business, and you're going to be, after a few months, you're going to be making a lot more than that, and you're like, what the hell, like why did I even bother going to university? I'm not saying I regret that. That was the best decision, and I want for anybody who's listening to go to university, get a degree. There is a value in having a degree and having an education, but also definitely get into the online space, because then you don't have to wait until you are 70 years old to retire. You can retire in your 50s. We have people who are retiring in their 40s. They're making $80,000 a month. Like, that's what we make in 1 year. They're making that. I'm not saying everybody's going to make that, but there's thousands of people who are making that. And these people are 50 years old and 60 years old and 30 years old and 20 years old. So it doesn't matter what your age is all that matters is how hard you work and how much you want to really put into this business. So a lot of people message me, Azadeh, and ask me questions. I'm like, you know what, guys, follow the steps. Our website is there. Go register. Watch the webinar first time, second time, third time, how many times you want, then come to the 30-day trial. In the trial, we give you all the information. They send you everything, the package, review it. It takes a couple of hours to review it. And if you're interested, you can book your call with me, and then we can talk. But before even booking your call with me, if you have any questions, I'm one of those coaches who spend time and answer your questions when you are in the 30-day trial. I do not talk to people before they come to the trial because I'm not sure if they're serious, and if they want to know how the business works, they have to follow the steps. First step, watch the webinar. Second step, come to the 30-day trial. Were you ever afraid, Azadeh, that this could be a scam, and then when you pay the $149 for the trial, it's going to be a scam? Because you didn't tell me that you're going to be doing that. You just went and paid $149 one day.
I just right away, after 8 months of thoughts, deep thoughts, I thought like, okay, now it's the time to step one, move forward one step further. And then when I decide something, I never look back. That is my personality. So when I say, okay, it should be it. So I paid for $149 and I messaged you, Neda, I paid for it. So now what should I do? Then you said, okay, book your coaching call. Then I looked at the pre-coaching videos, which were amazing. I was like, oh my God, what system is that? They are so fair. Even that is possible. Like all my thoughts, like would that be possible? Like we always think like in North America, like people are like, it's a saying, like we are like slaves, like the new technology slaves. Like we just need to work. And the enjoyable and lucrative stuff is for someone else, right?
Yes.
In this business, I was like, oh my God, how come some people can be that much fair? It was very weird to me. So that's why it intrigues me to, move forward and, do the coaching call with you, and the circumstances in my life, like what happened,
and you were so ready. You wanted to start right away. You were like me. I was like, I knew I had to start, and then I see some people who have so much fear, and I just tell them don't start. Pretty much the moment I feel anybody has any hesitation at this time in my career in this business, I have made so much money. I have coached so many people. I have been through it all. I have had cries. I have had pains. I have had laughs. I have been through everything. So I'm like, you know what? If you have so much fear, please don't just get a refund. I don't want to be working with you. I want to work with people who know what the hell they want. They're ready for it. They want to change. They're committed to this and they want to do it. It's like having your boyfriend. You don't want to be with someone who one day loves you, one day hates you, one day doesn't want you, the other day you just like, you know what, I'm out of this relationship, right? It's toxic. You want to be with someone who will be with you no matter what, right? And I'm saying boyfriend because you and I both are women. If you are a man, I would say the partner. So in anything in life, business, relationships, anything, job, employment, you want someone that you are there for them and they are there for you, right? And in this business, the fact that I'm spending like hours a week with our team as a coach, and this is just me, the founders of this business, poor guys, they spend like every week, every Wednesday from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. we have meetings with them. And then we as coaches, we have monthly meetings with them, and they have other meetings with other people. And then Tuesdays we have special meetings for the newbies, for people who just started. There's all these resources. You have million resources in your fingertips. You have million resources. So if you want to succeed, it's just like that. You know, if you want to succeed, if you're willing to work, you know what, there's no way for you not to succeed. So just thank you so much for your time, Azizam. I just wanted
Thank
to have
you.
this
Thank you for
conversation
inviting me. It
as
was
an
a
engineer,
pleasure.
from an engineer, and you just started the YouTube, but you're gonna be going to Facebook next, and just wait until to see what are the differences between YouTube and Facebook. Facebook is amazing. I love Facebook. It's it looks at everything from a different perspective compared to YouTube. I love YouTube as well because it's just each platform is different, and when you switch from one to another, when you learn digital marketing from one platform to another, you will see these differences. Like having kids, and each one is different. They're all your babies, but each one has different behavior and algorithms and all that, right? So
That's
just
right.
wait until that. And I'm so happy that you could spare some time today on a Sunday afternoon. I'm
Thank you
sure you
very
have so
much.
many things
Yeah.
to do.
That came as a surprise, but I just,
Azadeh, what do you want to get last thing? What do you want to get out of this business? What is your wish, your hope, your dream from this business, from what you have seen so far?
well, just like you, I have a person in mind. Like, actually, there are three of my friends that they are located in another country. Like, I was living in Malaysia for 10 years. I started this business with the thought that I can be financially independent and so having enough money to sponsor them to come to Canada.
Yeah, you
So
will. I'm not saying in 2 months, but definitely in 1 year, and
yeah,
it will happen. It is completely happening because you will be making a lot of money by that time. And if some people are asking, what do we do in the business? I was just saying, don't ask that question. Registering the webinar. I will put the website here. Azad is going to put the website here. Register on the website. Azad John, make sure, can you say what is your website? Is www.azadeh.com.
azadehqadimi.com. Yes.
So register, and then you're gonna start getting notifications from Azadeh on a daily basis. You're just gonna go crazy. Woo! That's called email marketing. That's the trend. You will be getting reminders left and right, but you don't have to watch all of them. Just watch one of them, or two of them. I didn't like the first one I watched. I like the second one. If you're interested, come to the 30-day trial. And then this trial is 30 days. It give you 30 days to come inside the company. They will send you the pre-coaching video package. You go through everything. You go through, the information about our platform. What is our platform? What are the products? What is the investment? How everything works. You need to know how everything works. And you're not going to get that information now. You're going to get that information only in the trial. Even if you email me or email Azad or email anybody, nobody is going to give you that information. This is our strategy. We want to work people who are serious. And if you're serious, come to the 30-day trial, just like me, just like Azad. I didn't know anyone. I just click on that website, register, watch the webinar. I didn't like it the first time. I watched it the second time. I loved it. Came to the trial, got the information, and I started my business right away. So it's a process. It's not something that anybody can give you that in 1 second or one line. You need to follow this step, because if you decide you want to do this, you need to know how the system works. If you don't know how the system works, if you're looking for a shortcut, this is not for you, right? Anyway, so thank you so much. Hope
Thank
to see
you.
everybody on the other side. I'm just trying to get a break from social media on the weekends as much as I can.
Yeah, you
I'm
should.
trying to get a break from everything on the weekends as much as I can, because I really work hard. And in this business, if you really work hard, you will go far away. Not in this business, is anything in life, right? Also, the June?
Yeah, that's right. And it's good to mention that it's not a job. Like, you're not getting paid because of the hours you spend. It is like a baby that you have to nurture. You have to grow it up. So it's in your hands. So whether you're successful or not, it's in your hand. Nobody else.
Yes. And I want to say something to you, because one of the founders said this, and I truly believe in it. How much you make in 1 year in any online business, you would put it equivalent to 5 years of the corporate world. In an online business, 2 years is like 10 years in the corporate world. So what you're making in 10 years in the corporate world, you can make here in 2 years. So what you were making in the corporate world in 5 years, here you can make it in 1 year, because everything is so compressed and fast paced, and you have to just, learn everything in a very short time. And what you can do with what you learn in that specific short period of time is amazing. The impact, the financial impact, the social impact is amazing. So just get started. Just watch that free webinar. It's free. There's no payment for it. Just watch it. Maybe you like it. Maybe if you want to watch another one, Tuesday nights we go live again. Watch that one as well. And if you're interested, come to the 30-day trial. And then while you're in the trial, ask your questions from me. I'm Azade's coach. If you register on Azade's website, I'm going to be your coach as well. And then you just come and we will talk. But anyway, thank you so much for your time, Azizam, and thank you so much for the people who are watching. There's 29 people watching. Oh my goodness, I better get my acts together. Thank you so much for your time.
Merci,
have a beautiful day, Azizam.
Merci. Have a wonderful evening.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.